Alright, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, wait. Should I say, I'm studying to become a princess? And then when they put the books on their head. I think that's funny.
Girl, do whatever you want then.
Okay. And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for this little bitch sleeping on my head. Pineapple honeydew delight.
And I gotta keep an eye out. Well, no, I think I got it covered. Omega.
And welcome to Sidebar, the Mix All-Stars review show. I love that we gave each other our
Pew
lines.
pew. Max, make the lasers coming out of the eyes on my shoulders.
Oh, he's gonna take it.
Sidebar, sidebar, side.
Meet our monsters.
So this week we are going to be reviewing the week 6 of Mix All-Stars, and this was the Nightmare Ball.
Nightmare Ball.
So there were three.
Spooky. Sorry.
Happy Halloween! So there were 3 categories. First category was final girl / gay / they. So just like how your drag character would die in a horror movie. And then the second category was
That one was the fear
mask
one.
for mask. So they had to wear a mask. And then the final theme that they had to do
was Nightmare on West 117th Street.
which is a very cute name for
Yeah,
for
that
the
is really
category.
good.
And they had to embody their biggest fear, which a great category.
Yeah, this is a really cool ball.
So my look, I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't get the memo that it was like biggest fear. I thought it was just like supposed to be
Like a spooky
like a
Halloween
horror.
look.
I literally just like have eyes all over me. I have this boa that I made that has like eyes dangling from it. And, you know, maybe I just have a fear of opticians or something.
I did get the memo and I'm afraid of beds. So,
Right.
yeah. No, I didn't. I thought it was also just a
Horror, spooky.
look. So, but I feel like I do spooky or like punk goth kind of stuff all the time. So I wanted to make it a little campy. So I'm the monster under the bed. And I got my little bed. I hand sewed these pillows. And I have a little Prairie Dawn doll. She's my favorite Muppet.
It's so cute.
I think it's cute.
You look so creepy.
Thank you. And I'm wearing contacts.
I'm not though. I'm not.
I just punched her in the eye.
So the first look we're gonna go over is gonna be JD Uzumaki. So she did this like, it was like very Marceline from Adventure Time. It was like a vampire rock star.
It was
kinda
cool.
look. It was really fucking cool.
Yeah. She had like one of those sweater dresses that was like
safety
safety pinned. Yeah, and she had like the whiteout contacts and her makeup was really cool. It had like little stars and everything. She had like a really like messy, like short
Shag.
mullet
Yeah.
shag kind of situation. She had like this big guitar at one point.
It was cute.
It was really cool.
I loved her though.
Yeah, she
so
turned it
she
out.
gets a cunt. I mean, she gets a cunt every week.
She gets a cunt.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That fucking cunt.
So we were kind of back and forth of how we were going to do this week because there's no challenge. It literally was just a ball.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is go contestant by contestant.
Not category by category.
Yes, because I figure the categories is just then everybody's chopped up. So we're gonna go contestant by contestant, run through their looks, tell you what category it was like to fall under. Because I feel like some of them could be for both. So we'll clarify which one it was supposed to be, and then we'll talk about what we think.
So first up we have Sappho Lefe. So Sappho's first look was the final girl, how your drag character would die in a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Sappho was a vampire.
Yeah.
And she had like a stake through her chest.
Mm-hmm.
This look was so cool.
It was really good.
I thought this was so fucking cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And it was very different for her, which I appreciate. It was
Yeah.
like a full coverage, like full gown.
I was gonna
Like,
say,
really cool.
I thought this was really cool. I was talking to her a little bit about it because when we arrived, the contestants were already in these looks, and Sappho, you know, was basically like, if I was in a horror movie, I would be the killer. So I still wanted to do like how my character would die, but my character's the killer. So like they killed the killer at the end. Like, so I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was like a different take.
It's kind.
I loved it.
Next up for Sappho, we had the mask for mask category. And she did like a leather face with a big chainsaw and like the apron.
Yeah.
Again, very covered up for Sappho.
And so good.
So fucking good.
And what I appreciate about this, which I think they talked about it, one of the judges, is the fact that like the chainsaw was like, I don't know if it was like a real, but it looked like a real chainsaw.
It was
like,
not real. It was made of cardboard.
It could have passed as like a real chainsaw to me. It's crazy. It looked really good.
Yeah. Once again.
Kind. Yeah.
And finally, we had their biggest fear, Nightmare on West 117th Street. And Sappho did a dentist and had like these big teeth as a face.
It was
like very Silent Hill nurse. I think that she mentioned that. Mm-hmm. It was so fucking cool. It was so cool. The only critique I had was I feel like the actual like dress apron thing that she was wearing wasn't fucked up enough. I feel like with the concept and how like it was dirty, but it wasn't like tattered or like ripped or anything. I feel like I would have liked to see like a little bit more distress on the actual dress. But overall, I fucking love this look.
Yeah, I really liked it. I have all the same things. When I looked at it, I didn't have like those feelings of it needed to be more. I really liked it. It was really good. I thought Sappho really killed it this week.
Yeah, honestly.
It was incredible.
It's another cunt.
It's another cunt. So Sappho's a cunt overall. I literally didn't think about that.
Keep that in.
Next up on the runway, we have Comatose Y Tour. And Comatose's first look is their final person-inspired runway.
Right.
So this look, Comatose is in like a wedding gown with a veil and a little knife and like a little bouquet. I liked it. I didn't think it was anything spectacular, groundbreaking, but I liked it.
I had sort of mixed feelings about this one. I mean, once again, it is another black, white, and red look. She knows how we feel about that.
Yeah.
I've said it before. So I think I misinterpreted or Jade sort of left it open-ended.
Yeah.
On if the category was like how your character died or if your character was like the last, like the one survivor.
Yes. Because that's
what
the final girl is.
Right. But the way that she said it, it made it seem like it
opposite.
was how your character died.
Yeah.
So like Comatose gave more killer to me. I liked how fucked up the dress was, and I wish it was more like ripped up and fucked up.
Yeah, this is the one that I can see with Sappho's dentist look. I think I liked that it was kind of pristine with just the blood, but this wedding dress is like really going through it.
Right.
I think this one should have been the one that's like ripped and
right.
I would like the sleeve off and stuff like that.
I don't know. For me, I'm gonna have to give it a punt.
I give it a cunt. I liked it, and something about it, like, I think I invented a backstory.
Right.
And something about that connects with me. So I liked it. So cunt. Next up, we have Comatose's Mask for Mask look, which is this kind of, I'm assuming, Phantom of the Opera, kind of like gender fucky inspired. I like bits and pieces of this. I like that it's like a little bit more androgynous and a little bit more masculine. But for me, I don't know if it was enough of a mask, and I don't think it was like an inventive way to use a mask. It literally was just, I'm gonna get a little half mask. I think this is a case for me where like if Comatose would have walked in with this at like a show or something, I'd have been like, oh, you look good. But if you take the mask away from this, it's just like a tuxedo.
I agree that this is also my least favorite of the looks that Coma presented. Don't like how the jacket and the pants are different colors.
It's like jet black and charcoal or something.
Right, yeah. Or almost like just like a blue. And like it didn't really make sense because like everything, the jacket and the mask and the half of the hair were all black.
Yeah.
And then the pants were like gray or blue.
Yeah.
And it just like threw it all off for me. And like you said, it wasn't a very inventive I don't think it was a very creative way to interpret the challenge. Because it seemed like Coma just had these pieces in her closet and then just threw a mask on it and called it a look.
Yeah.
Which...
It looks good, in my opinion, but it was just like, I put a mask on. I'm gonna cunt this one. Oh wait, no I'm not. I'm gonna punt this one.
Leave that
Sorry,
in.
Coma.
Leave that in. I'm gonna have to punt this one as well, unfortunately.
And Comatose's last look on the runway this week was their Nightmare Biggest Fear look, which they came out in like a trench coat and revealed to like pasties and like a thong or like a tucking panty or something like that. And said that their biggest fear was kind of being exposed and like showing their body. I really liked this look. It is obviously a little bit simple, but I think it has to be for what they're trying to convey. I think if you were like, oh, my biggest fear is being naked, and then you're wearing like even like a nude bodysuit, you're like, well, you didn't face the fear. I think it loses a little bit of steam just because Sappho did have Coma do a very similar reveal earlier on in the competition, but that's not really Coma's fault. And so if they already had this planned and then Sappho decided to do that, I don't fault Coma.
I had mixed feelings about this one too. I really liked the concept. I like that she fully faced the fear of like being naked on stage. So overall, I had pretty mixed feelings about this. I feel like, yes, it was very simple, but like Pineapple said, it sort of had to be. If this was the fear that she chose. I mean, I liked it. It takes a lot of fucking nerve to be naked on stage.
Even people who are like comfortable with their bodies, it takes.
Right. So
I'm gonna cunt it.
I think I'm gonna cunt it as well.
Purr. Pyramid.
Kitty cat, purr.
This is what they want to
really
see.
Cool.
You do.
This is so cool.
I wasn't lying. I said you.
But I still can't wait to take it off.
Oh my god, I cannot wait to take this off.
Okay, next up we have Timorous. So Timorous's first look, their final girl was... Okay, I kind of like this. I feel like it was pretty campy for Timorous, but she just looked like a girl in high school in her uniform, and she got shot with a bunch of arrows. I liked this, and I know that she does not feel the same way, but I really liked this.
Yeah, you're gonna let me speak?
No.
I did not like it. I did like the concept, but something I get it was like the Bailey Mills kind of style of like dressing down and dressing like a little frumpy to look like normal, but it almost looked too frumpy to me.
I don't think that was exactly what she was going for.
Well, that's what she was giving to me, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think it could have had like, it had like this big black shoe, and it could have had like a nice little shoe, and like I liked the concept itself. I think it could have been more, I don't know. I think maybe it's just I don't like the pieces. And so the arrows to me are not saving it.
I don't care. I'm giving this look a cunt.
I'm giving it a punt.
I love it.
I
loved it. Next up is Timorous's Mask for Mask runway. She had like a pink gas mask and like a pickaxe. Like it was head to toe pink. I really liked it. And when we were in the dressing room and she put it on, I looked at her and I said, are those your same shoes from last week? And she's like, if anybody in this room was gonna fucking clock that I wore these shoes last week, it was gonna be you.
I liked this one.
I liked
thought
it
it was
too.
Cool. I also thought it was fun that it was really campy, and there was like a jockstrap reveal. And
right.
I thought it was fun. There's all these like horror scary looks, and then just like a random
bright
pink one in the middle, but it still fit. I'm gonna give it a cunt.
I'm gonna give it a cunt as well. And last up is Timorous's Biggest Fear, which coming right after Coma was also being naked in public. She had like this sheer like iridescent gown that she made, and then like underneath it she was just wearing like a tucking panty or like a thong. I liked this one too. I think that it was a different interpretation of like what Coma did. I feel like the point of this runway was to like face the fear, and I don't really think you can do that in a floor length long sleeve gown. Yeah. No matter how sheer it is.
I also have mixed reviews mixed feelings of this. I like the look, but I didn't know the fear until Omega told me literally right now. The whole time I had no idea what the fear was.
Oh. Yeah.
I think coming after somebody who's like naked runway was actually naked and then you're like covered up. even though it's sheer, it's like still covered up. So, and then also this one, the same thing I was talking about with Coma, where Coma's naked runway was very similar to one that they did earlier. Tim said that their biggest fear was showing their body, but was showing more body, in my opinion, in the look right before it, to the point where like they lifted up their skirt and showed that they were wearing a jockstrap. You showed you're milking your cookies. So I liked the look, but I didn't like it for this runway. I didn't think it was as successful as Coma's.
But I think for this category, I am gonna have to punt it.
I'm gonna punt this as well. Next up to the runway, we had Carmen LaShawn. Carmen's first runway look was
Dupree.
Carmen LaShawn Dupree.
Lakewood.
Excusez-moi, Lakewood. Carmen's first runway, her final girl, was similar to Coma's. It was like the wedding dress. There was a lot. It was just the dress.
Right.
And there wasn't like, the veil wasn't there. The knife isn't there. Like,
well, it was like
the
it was like a
not
champagne
there.
dress almost. I don't know if it was supposed to be like wedding. It gave me like prom queen.
Okay, maybe. But even if it was supposed to be prom queen,
She didn't have a crown.
where's the crown? You could have had a sash that was bloody. You could have had like, she could have had like somebody's heel in her hand or something. You know, it could have been more Carrie than anything. So she looked beautiful.
She did look beautiful. I feel like Carmen could have like really, really fucked this dress up, and I feel like it might have made more sense if she had fucking leaves in her hair and like sticks sticking out of the dress or like something like that. I feel like it would have brought it to like the final girl level, but I feel like it was just too simple and it wasn't like fully thought through, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna punt this.
I'm gonna have to punt this one as well.
Next up, we have Carmen's Mask for Mask, which was this like bodysuit that was like muscles and tendons, and it had like the Hannibal Lecter mask on it. I really liked this one. It was simple. It was just a bodysuit that she put like some stones on, but I liked it. I thought it looked good.
Her body looked fucking incredible.
Yeah, she looked good.
I loved the hair.
Yeah, the hair was good. I think the mask was really cool.
I didn't even put together that it was Hannibal Lecter mask.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it a little bit more now.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just like pretty simple. It's just a bodysuit with like nothing really. There's some stones added to it, but like there's no like just like something to like bring it to either like highly conceptual or like. Okay, so the camera battery died. So if there's a cut there,
we're not filming it again.
So for Carmen's Mask for Mask look, I think it's gonna be a cut for me.
It's a cut for me too. Last up for Carmen LaShawn Dupree, we have her nightmare look. And she said that her biggest fear was being tied up and like abducted and kidnapped. And so she came out with all this like rope, and she was actually tied up to the point where like she was helped onto the stage. And then when the person that was helping her left, she literally had to like crawl off the stage.
She rolled down the stairs off the stage.
And like all the way to the dressing room, I believe.
It was so fucking funny.
It was great. And there's like a body bag, I think, that was like attached. So she wasn't in it, but it was like attached to her. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it was a cool execution. I thought it was a great performance of the look itself. I liked it a lot.
For me, when I looked at this look, immediately in my brain I was like, oh, her biggest fear is like getting tied up and
it was immediate.
It was for me, it was the only one where like I immediately saw it and I immediately knew what it was. It like clicked for me immediately, and I thought she performed the look really well. It was really good.
Yeah, this was definitely her best look of the night.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna cunt it.
I'm gonna cunt it as well. And finally, we have Miss Wanda. So Miss Wanda's final girl look. She was dressed as a foot. Because in her voiceover, she said like the only thing that would be left would be her foot. Like that's all you would find. So
she had a dress where the train was a foot and it had like red nails on it, like painted nails. Yeah. I thought it was a cool concept. I thought it was really funny.
I didn't know that it was a foot until you said it. And then I looked at the picture, I was like, oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know that it was a foot this whole time. I was like, what is she?
But I like it. I thought it was cool.
I like it too. I like the concept of it, and I like that she's like, you'd only find my foot. And
but it's so glam.
And we're like, why would we only find your foot? And she's like, because. And I was like, you know what? I love that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fierce. So I'm gonna give it a cunt.
I'm gonna give it a cunt as well.
Next up, we have Wanda's mask for mask look. The breastplate strikes back.
But I like this one because it wasn't just the breastplate.
Right, it was also a ghost face mask. This look was a little simple for me. To me, it seems a little thrown together. And I feel like she just like had these pieces and then put the mask on. So this Miss Wanda look, I am gonna give a punt. Trust the Duchess.
I still like this. I'm gonna give it a cunt. A very soft cunt.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of room for improvement.
I agree.
But
and Wanda's final look, her biggest fear. I loved this. It was a little confusing until she said something.
I'm still kind of confused because I couldn't really hear the audio.
Okay, so there'll be video of the runway right here.
Yeah.
But it's essentially, the big thing behind her was men pulling her hair. Because her biggest fear is men.
But no, I wish they would have had like hands or something. Because I literally thought she was...
What is on the dress? Is it like words? I think she like wrote a bunch of stuff, but I don't know what
I think it's like men's names. I don't know. It's a cool look. It's just... I was confused by the concept.
Right, and if you didn't hear the audio, I feel like it would be really confusing.
I thought she was like when you're at a carnival and you're strapped to the thing and they throw the knives at you.
Oh, for me, I think that the concept of this and like the elements, though they were a little confusing out of context, I feel like when explained to you, I thought it was really powerful. I am going to give it a cunt.
I didn't get to talk about it yet, so give me a second.
Okay.
I really liked it. I was really confused by the concept. Even when she said it was men were the fear, I still was like, I kind of see it. I didn't get that there were men around with the thing until you said that. When she walked out in this, like, I feel like
it took her a couple minutes to get through the door, but...
but I feel like the entire room, like, went silent.
It did.
Like, it was just so grand and like huge and like it was like so cool that I kind of like, no matter what you thought it was, it looked cool. I did think she was somebody on a spinning wheel that you threw knives at, but I see the concept now. It's a little bit more clear now. And I think the reason that they post the looks on Instagram is so you can go back and kind of look at it again. So I liked it. I thought it was really cool. It was innovative. It was grand. It was high drag. It was conceptual. And it was really real. And it was powerful. So I really liked it. I'm going to give it a cunt.
I'm also going to give it a cunt.
So we're going back and forth on how we were going to do like our top cunt of the week. So we decided to do it as like a cumulative, who's...
All three looks.
Yeah.
Who's three looks.
Whose like package we liked the best.
Right.
And we decided the same. So our top cunt this week is Sappho Lefe.
Sappho. It was, I mean, all three looks were so well thought out and so polished.
And so cohesive, which wasn't the point of it.
Right.
But they flowed really well. They looked really good. So congrats, Sappho.
Congrats, Sappho.
Yay.
So the top two of the Nightmare Ball were Sappho Lefe, our top cunt.
Woo!
I mean, because clearly look at the material.
Yes.
And Miss Wanda.
Mm-hmm.
This is Miss Wanda's second time on the top, I believe.
Mm-hmm. And Sappho's third.
Sappho's third, yeah. So Sappho Lefe and Miss Wanda had to lip sync to...
I think it was called Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew by Baby Spit. This lip sync was a level of unhinged.
Mm-hmm. It was incredible.
It was fucking crazy. And now I need to perform this song and mix it with Diet Mountain Dew by Lana Del Rey. I think that would be really funny.
As you should. It was by far the best lip sync
for sure
that has been at Mix All Stars.
For sure.
Yeah, it was incredible.
And so we do have a winner. There has to be a winner.
There has to be.
There has to be a winner. And the winner of the Nightmare Ball is Miss Wanda.
Miss Wanda.
And so as the winner, Miss Wanda also gets 50 bonus points added to her final total.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that puts her into first place. I'm not 100% sure though.
Yeah, I'm not doing the math.
I'm too pretty for that. But
we get to the point of the night where Jade tallies up the scores and goes to announce our top 4, which there was originally supposed to be 8 contestants.
Right.
And then there were 7, and then there were 6, and now there's 5.
Right.
So.
And only the top 4 are supposed to make the finale.
Yes.
So there's like an easy bracket for the lip sync for the crown.
Yes. But Jade said, you know what? I make the rules. Fuck it. So she decided they're doing a top 5. Don't know how they're doing it. But I'm very excited.
Me too.
Because I think all of these.
I called it. I knew that she was going to do that.
Yeah.
And nobody believed me.
I didn't.
But
I
have a third eye. And a fourth and a fifth.
You have a couple.
And like 1,300.
But no, I really like it. I think all of these performers really
deserve a chance.
Yeah, they really put their all into it. I would have hated to have had to see only 4 of them move on anyway, but especially now that there was only 5.
Right. Because that would have been just like the one ugly duckling.
Yeah, I did not want to see.
That would have made me so uncomfortable.
I literally turned to the people I was sitting with and was like, ooh, I don't want to be here for this part.
Literally.
And I want to say, when we critique the entertainers, we do it very much with love and with critique in mind. And so when we make these videos, it comes from a place of love because
It comes from a place of we see these entertainers as like almost younger versions of us.
Yeah.
Or like
they're gonna take the spot one day.
Right.
Yeah.
You can take her spot.
We specifically, I feel like, do a lot with these younger entertainers in like the drag scene. So we love them. They're all very talented, and we just want them to be better versions.
So it's never meant with malice. It's never meant with we're
not trying to put anyone down.
Absolutely not.
We are moving on to our finale week next week.
Yes. Next week is the finale. Friday, July 21st at Muze Gastropub with extra special guest judge, Cornbread the Snack Jeté, which is insane. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got fucking cornbread to judge.
More importantly, so next week will be our final week of the competition and also of Sidebar
reviewing Mix All Stars. But
we will be back in some capacity.
And we may or may not be reviewing Mix Zephyr Season 3.
Yeah. Or we could just do like a YouTube show. Yeah.
Or we could just do a YouTube show. We could just leave topics in the comment section of things you want us to talk about, or
topics.
Like themes that you want us to get into. So like give us outfit themes, maybe.
Do our jobs for us.
Literally.
Please.
Okay, so we will hopefully see you at the finale. I will be there. I will be performing at the finale. I'm very excited. And you will not be. You will just be attending.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sad fuck, sad fuck, sad fuck, sad fuck, sad fuck, sad fuck.
Oh my god, 43 seconds.
Girl.
We said that this one was going to be the shortest one.